Today we're comparing three 48-volt RV rooftop air conditioners, the CountryMod 48-volt, the Velit 48-volt, and the OutEquipPro 48-volt. Now this comparison is especially interesting because the 12-volt version of the CountryMod came out on top in my 12-volt AC comparison. So naturally I'm curious to see if the 48-volt version can do the same thing against two dedicated 48-volt competitors. On paper, the CountryMod enters today's test with the highest advertised cooling rating at 13,000 BTU. The OutEquipPro is advertised at 11,000 BTU, and the Velit is advertised at 10,000 BTU. If you'd like more information on any of these units, I'll put links to all three down in the video description below. But as we've seen before, advertised BTU ratings don't always tell the whole story. So today we're going to put all three through the exact same testing procedure and find out which one actually performs the best. And by the end of the video, we'll see which 48-volt AC comes out on top. To keep this comparison as fair as possible, all three AC units will be tested using the exact same equipment. The same LiTime 48-volt 100 amp hour battery, the same Victron smart shunt, the same airflow meter, the same temperature probes, and the same custom duct that I've been using in my previous AC testing. Using the same equipment helps eliminate variables and allows us to focus on the performance of the AC systems themselves. The Victron Smart Shunt will record voltage, amps, and watts. The airflow meter will measure airflow in CFM, and the temperature probes will measure inlet and outlet temperatures. From those measurements, I'll calculate sensible BTUH, EER, and cost per BTUH. Let's start with the CountryMod 48 volts. This unit is advertised at 13,000 BTU and includes normal, turbo, eco, sleep, and fan-only modes. It also features motorized swing vents, app control, remote control, and the ability to turn off the display lights. The CountryMod weighs 54 pounds and measures 31.7 inches by 31.7 inches. One thing that immediately stands out is how similar this unit appears to the CountryMod 12-volt system that won my previous comparison. So I'm very interested to see how the 48-volt version performs in today's test. Next is the Velit 48-volt. This unit is advertised at 10,000 BTU and includes sleep, eco, normal, turbo, and fan-only modes. It also features app control, remote control, and the ability to turn off the display. One thing I like about the Velit is its integrated control system. Unlike the other two units, there's no separate interior controller that needs to be mounted. The Velit weighs approximately 55 pounds and measures about 31.7 inches by 31.7 inches. And finally, we have the OutEquipPro 48-volt. This unit is advertised at 11,000 BTU. It includes turbo, eco, sleep, and fan modes, along with app control, remote control, timer functions, LED lighting, and the ability to turn off the display. Now, what immediately stands out about the OutEquipPro is its compact size at only 45 pounds and measuring 28.3 inches by 28.3 inches. It's both the lightest and smallest unit in today's comparison. That smaller footprint could be a significant advantage for van owners where roof space is limited. One thing worth mentioning is that the relative humidity during testing was between 39 and 40%. That's considerably lower than what we typically see here in South Florida. Because air conditioners spend energy both cooling and removing moisture from the air, lower humidity can affect sensible cooling performance. To improve confidence in the results, I conducted each test twice under the same low humidity conditions. The results from both test runs were very similar. For today's comparison, I'll be presenting the average results from those two tests. Let's look at the average results. The CountryMod averaged a 32.25 degree temperature drop, 380 CFM of airflow, 758 watts, and 14.38 amps. That resulted in 13,243 BTUH and an EER of 17.47. The OutEquipPro averaged a 31.75 degree temperature drop, 340 CFM of airflow, 943 watts, and 18.4 amps. That resulted in 11,656 BTUH and an EER of 12.36. The Velit averaged a 35.55 degree temperature drop, 263 CFM airflow, 745 watts, and 14.24 amps. That resulted in 10,084 BTUH and an EER of 13.54. Now, one of the most interesting findings from today's testing was how closely the measured results matched the advertised ratings. The Velit averaged just over 10,000 BTUH. The OutEquipPro averaged just over 11,600 BTUH, and the CountryMod averaged more than 13,200 BTUH. In other words, all three units essentially met or exceeded their advertised cooling ratings. That's not always what happens in real-world testing. Another factor worth mentioning is the low humidity. Because air conditioners spend energy both cooling and dehumidifying the air, it's possible that the unusually low humidity allowed more of each unit's capacity to show up as sensible cooling. While I can't say exactly how much impact the humidity had, it may help explain why all three units performed so well. What ultimately separated these systems wasn't whether they met their ratings. They all did. The difference was airflow. The CountryMod moved significantly more air than the Velit while maintaining a strong temperature drop. That combination allowed it to produce the highest BTUH and the highest EER in today's comparison. Now, honestly, that was the biggest surprise of the test. I expected the CountryMod to perform well because it entered the comparison with the highest advertised BTU rating, but I did not expect it to actually meet and exceed its advertised rating during testing while also delivering the highest efficiency of the group. To keep this comparison consistent with my previous testing, I'm using the same 100% scoring system. Features are worth 15 points, installation and footprint are worth 15 points, BTUH is worth 35 points, cost per BTUH is worth 10 points, and EER is worth 25 points. After tallying the scores, here are the final results. CountryMod 48 volt, 96 points. OutEquipPro 48 volt, 88 points. Velit 48 volt, 79 points. In third place is the Velit 48 volt. The Velit produced the highest temperature drop and offered the simplest installation approach thanks to its integrated controls. However, lower airflow limited its overall cooling output. In second place is the OutEquipPro 48 volt. The OutEquipPro delivered impressive cooling performance from the smallest and lightest package in the comparison. Its compact size and strong performance make it a compelling option for van owners. And in first place is the CountryMod 48 volt. The CountryMod delivered the highest airflow, the highest BTUH, and the highest efficiency. After two separate test runs with very similar results, it clearly established itself as the top performer in today's comparison. Overall, the biggest lesson from today's testing is that cooling performance is about more than just temperature drop. Airflow matters, efficiency matters, and sometimes advertised specifications don't tell the entire story. If you'd like more information on any of these AC units, be sure to check the links in the video description below. So I hope you enjoyed this comparison, and if you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. And also let me know down in the comments which 48-volt AC you would choose for your RV. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, stay cool!